start
All right. Good morning to all, and thank you for this impromptu opportunity. I was just showing up to listen. My name is RoderickWholeFoods, and over the past 4 years, I've been working with a concept I choose to call the hand. Everything started on January 23rd of 2012, when on my way to work, I experienced tightness around my chest. Now, I was thinking to myself at the time, I'm a pretty healthy guy. I used to be a sub-6 miler when I was in the military. There should be no reason why I'm experiencing this, but I'm thinking maybe I'm having some problem with my heart, because that tightness started to radiate towards my shoulder. By the time I got to work, I was starting to get very worried. And of course, what most people do is just go straight to the computer. You gotta go to WebMD and find out what's going on. And soon enough, I'm conspiring inside my head that I am suffering a silent heart attack. Right? So I go to the doctor immediately with my spouse, and I go to the urgent care room, and they tell me, we can't take care of you here if you're having a heart attack. We got to take you to the emergency room. You know, like, okay, I'll walk over there. It's less than 100 meters away. No, we can't do that. We got to put you in an ambulance. They put me in an ambulance. They drove to the block. They turned it around. Put me in the emergency room. That little 1/1600th of a mile ride cost me $1,600. I went in, they made every single test that I could possibly go through, and at the end of the day, the cardiologist looked at me straight in the face and said, I got great news for you. There's nothing wrong with you. Your heart is perfect. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm going to be paying all these thousands of dollars for all this care, and you're telling me there's nothing wrong with you. You better tell me something is wrong with me. The doctor just poked me in the belly and said, maybe you should lose some weight. Okay? And at the time, when I was lying on my bed, I said to myself, maybe there's something to this. I am weighing 254 pounds on a 5'9" frame. I have death from both sides of the family due to heart attacks. There was diabetes on both sides of the family. Maybe I am taking time out. And from that point on, I decided that I was going to heal myself. So I started to do research on alternative medicine and ways in which I could heal myself. And I came to the conclusion that all it really takes is 8 steps. First of all, you have to deal with your darkness, meaning there's a shadow within you that is the true nature of what you really are. And until you deal with that, and you start accepting yourself and bringing the same love to the darkness as you bring to your light, you can't be a whole individual. That fuels everything. From there, you go to unity. You have to connect with all that is, all that you know, and all that you are, in order to keep moving forward. Energy. Every day, I try to walk at least half an hour with my bare feet on the ground, because electrons from the earth help bind free radicals, help them be expelled from the body. Purity. I try to detoxify as often as I can. Water. I try to drink at least half my body weight in structured, purified water. Fire. I use nutrition for the most part, it's blood-based nutrition in order to be able to eat foods that are amenable to my body and that help me to detoxify while they also help me to heal. Movement. I only engage in exercise that inspires me. What I like to say is I choose to move my body in a way that is moving to me. If I'm not invested in it, nothing's going to work and I'm not going to stick to it. And finally, timing. There are rhythms to the day. We are subject to light. And if we follow the rules of the sun along with rules of supplementation that complement our nutritional needs that are not being met by the foods that we eat, all of a sudden, when we put all these things together, the body has a tendency of starting to heal itself. The weight just falls off by itself. You only have to do a lot of effort. I've tried this system on myself 7 times, and on the average, by following all these steps and just following the true system, within 8 weeks, on the average, I lose about 29 pounds of body fat every single time. Even though I only do about 45 minutes of exercise a week, I eat over 2,500 calories a day, and on Saturdays I eat nearly 5,000. This happens just automatically. Like I said, it's effortless. And the point is, and I like to say it to a lot of people, this is all about losing weight, healing yourself, and unleashing the hero with it. Once you get your issues aside and you do everything in a holistic manner, everything just takes care of itself. I put it to the test over at a local gym, and I said to them in their 45-day summer challenge, I just said, I bet you I'm going to win this. I'm going to win all categories but one, and I'm not going to take a single class with you guys. Okay? And they're like, you're on. It's like, okay. So in the 45 days, all I did was yoga 7 days a week, kettlebells 3 days a week, and I ate what I told you that I was eating. I actually won the challenge. I won 3 of the 4 categories. The only category that I knew I wasn't going to win was most classes taken. So that ticked them off. So that's pretty much what I do. Anybody can be taught, and the point is that I don't press what I do on people. Every single person has their own answers within, and all I am is a conduit for them to find their answers. Once we unlock their answers, and we create a customized plan for them, they follow it, and the weight just comes off. But of course, the hand is nothing but like a raft on the side of a shore. You have to cross a river. You just take that raft, you cross the river, and then you let it go. You just learn the hand, you just use it, and then when you're done, you either adapt it to the way that you want to keep moving on to your life, or you just let it go. It's just about personal change. It's about releasing yourself. It's about being your own. And that's basically it. Any questions?
So, do you have a business? Do you have a location? Or do you have clients? Or
No, I don't. I have none of that yet. I'm working on a website right now.
Yeah.
And the Laura Lee settings are still under construction. It's just a big hand with a shell and a pearl in the middle of it, you know. But I'm looking forward to start bringing in clients.
Okay, so you are wanting it to be a business.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. I can start helping immediately. So, if anyone's interested,
Okay.
I'm available.
Excellent. Nice approach.
You mentioned some kettle. What is that kettle? Kettlebell?
Kettlebells.
Oh.
Kettlebells are they come from Russia, and they're pretty much cannonballs with handles. Okay, the difference between lifting free weights and kettlebells is that kettlebells is both a weightlifting exercise and an aerobic exercise, because you don't just do one motion. You know, you're using your whole body in order to do it, and the repetition builds cardiovascular endurance at the same time as you actually put on muscle. So, yeah.
Did you say you ate 2,500 calories per day?
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah. 6 days a week. But on
That's
Saturdays,
interesting.
which I like to call Samedi Gras. Mardi Gras is a French term for Fat Tuesday, Fat Saturday. I eat 5,000 calories, close to it, and the reason why I do that is to trick my thyroid. And anybody can do this.
Yes.
When you trick your thyroid into a feast and famine kind of state, by the time that Monday rolls around, all that weight that you put on right on Saturday from eating all that food just falls off. But, any other questions?
I was just looking, you obviously Army, and.
Well, hang on.
Uh-oh.
That's your latest Army. No.
Peaceful
It's
warrior.
like Luke Skywalker at the end of the Return of the Jedi. You know, he's wearing black, but he's really white inside.
Right.
Continue.
No, I was just curious, your Army, you do a lot of exercise and cardio stuff in the military, I'm assuming.
I used to, yeah.
Right. The one thing that I get stuck on, and you gain the weight, and then you said you've done this 7 times?
Yes.
Why do you do that?
Because I have to test my assumptions under every single type of circumstances.
Oh.
'Cause the weird thing about it is that at an age, because I'm 50, at an age when I'm not supposed to be able to lose that much body fat, at an age where I'm not supposed to be building that much muscle, every one of those assumptions that the medical establishment has put out there, I just keep throwing them out the door. Every time that I see, can I do it under these circumstances, I test it, and I test it, and I test it, and I test it. And one thing that I found out is no matter how much body fat I try to gain afterwards, it's always 10% less. It will not allow me to go back to 254. Right now, I'm hovering at 223 pounds, and no matter what I try, I can't get fatter than that. So the common knowledge is, no, you know, as you get older, your body's going to, no, not true, not true.
So can you help somebody that it has to fit in a wedding dress in 6 weeks? Just say it.
Possibly, okay. But my personal best with somebody that I've helped is 42 pounds of body fat in 2 months.
Okay, sounds good.
And, I don't, well, the way
No promises. just-
the way I like to say it is 2 dress sizes in 2 months. I think I can help an individual be able to do that.
Mhm.
But with
Cool.
6 weeks, yeah, I think we can work.
Okay, well,
Yes.
let's talk after the meeting.
Okay.
Just say, you know.
Okay.
Very cute to me.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Absolutely, I want you to.
Great. You mentioned that you drink half of your body weight in water. Now that's,
Well, half of my body weight in ounces, my apologies.
oh, ounces. Okay.
Oh, whew, that's a lot of water.
I did the math and it's like 14
It was like,
and a
no,
half
I'm
gallons.
saying that.
Yeah, right.
14 and a half gallons.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, ounces, yeah.
All right, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.